say you know that you're an honored presenter when Matt waits till 9 days before to send you a last-minute request because somebody dropped out. But thank you. Honored to be here. And this is me in first. Excellent. That's true. So I'm just going to go through these slides. I absolutely have no idea what I'm going to say. My husband asked me if I did on the way over here. Nope. So I'm just going to tell you a story about kind of two parallel worlds of mine that have collided and turned into what I'm going to be doing, hopefully as a career now. So I'm ready.
Hey, just so you know, we can see you at all.
You can't see me. Where should I stand? Can you see me here?
Not really.
I'll stand up here. How about this? Is this good?
Oh, yeah.
Two facts, right? I totally love rock and roll and I totally love yoga. I used to actually run a very small booking company in Knoxville in the mid to late 90s. Booked the Deftones, Typo Negative, was the late 90s. Two things parallel in yoga. We have rock stars, obviously Bret Michaels. In yoga, we have Baron Baptiste. They both love bandanas. I really feel that there's a parallel between these two worlds, of the world of music as an industry and yoga as an industry. And so these are just going to be kind of examples of the way I see those things moving along a similar path. Everybody knows Bonnaroo, right?
Oh, yes.
And some of you that practice yoga know Wanderlust. If I didn't tell you what these were, they'd be almost indistinguishable. But they're festivals celebrating music, and this one celebrates yoga and music. And at festivals, people tend to get sweaty and dirty, so they both have places for you to kind of cool off and rinse the dirt. Ooh, we always have racy ad imagery in music. We have Madonna and Rihanna. In yoga, we have Catherine Budig, the naked yogi. She always is naked in the toe socks ads. Tara Stiles has been a little bit of a controversial figure for some of her ads and her style of teaching. And yet, just another way these two places kind of start to find their parallels. Talent agencies. This one, the Velvet Hammer Group. Deftones, I did book them back in like 1996, way before they were famous. YAMA, it's Yoga Artist Management Association, is what that stands for. So we even have our own talent agencies in the yoga industry. Product, right? So you have Atlantic record label. They sell, obviously, CDs. They sign artists. Guyam produces tons of yoga DVDs. And it's the dream, whether they admit it or not, of a lot of yoga teachers, not all of them, but quite a few, to finally get signed with somebody and to be able to produce a yoga DVD. Back to the music. I said I loved rock and roll. That's the husband. This is his band, Racing Dad. Every dad dreams that his daughter's going to grow up and marry a tattooed guy on a motorcycle that plays guitar. So my dad is thrilled. My buddy Greg, Chris Summerall, Jamie Jolly, Reed Ewart, my husband. Racing Death is an awesome band. I've been privileged to be a band mom. This is me. This is my version of rock and roll, what I do as a career yoga teacher. This is a community class at TBA Climbing Gym, which is local in St. Elmo. This is one of the recent, here's Maggie. All these things have been cool. One of the recent things we did, CrossFit Brigade. So how do these things kind of finally start to merge? My husband's band competed in the Road to Bonnaroo. They actually got to number 26, which was a huge deal for a local band, Racing Death Rules. I was super jealous though, because I was like, I want my own thing, the path to Wanderlust. This is fabricated, it doesn't exist. This is a fantasy. But how can I make that happen, right? So this is a website called Reverb Nation. It's for bands. You go on there, you build a press kit, you can start to submit yourself to festivals, to contests, try to find work. It's really popular and most of the local bands know about it. And Racing Death has an account on Reverb Nation. Sonic Biz, this is where they got on the road to Bonnaroo, and this is where I got an idea. And that's all it was for a long time, but I looked at this and I was like, yeah, Sonic Biz for yoga teachers, that's what I want. I really would love to have a yoga press kit. I'd love to be able to submit myself and get myself out there and go on tour, hopefully tour side by side with my husband's band. That'd be really cool. How am I going to do that? So I looked and looked and looked and looked for it. It doesn't exist. It's not a real thing. They don't have websites for yoga teachers to go on tour. So I thought I would just make one, right? If it doesn't exist, fill the void. So I came up with the idea for Yoga Stage. I thought it was an awesome idea.
It is an awesome idea.
Thanks. But an idea is just an idea until you get a business partner. Jeff, one of my students and yoga enthusiast. That's him at a hot yoga workshop with a teacher that I think he actually has the hots for. Jeff has been very cool. He's done a lot of crazy stuff with me. I made him do the mud run. There I'm running behind him, delighted. But even with a partner, you need some more help. So this is Stephen Disbrow. It's on your Facebook page, Stephen. I have all rights to use it. And I'm nice. This is a nice photo right here of the two of them. This is our computer developer. This is the graphic designer. And you know, without a partner, without these people working on it, this project wouldn't have come together. PR firm. Unbeknownst to me, I teach yoga at the sports bar in downtown within walking distance of the Johnson Group. And as we started working with them on this project, I realized that 3 of them are my yoga students, which made them really inspired to help me out. They've gone like way above and beyond on this whole thing, especially Chuck on the left. So here it is, yoga stage. This is what we came up with. And Stephen and Elena did a beautiful job putting it together, but it's a place for instructors to find work, for studios to post classes, to seek out instructors, and for students to find classes. Oh man, if you even knew how much design and how many rewrites and all the stuff that went into it. This is an example of a yoga press kit, the thing that I've been yearning for months. This is Jen Richards, a local teacher, and she put hers together. And now, using this tool, she can hopefully go out and find work. She can teach while she travels. And maybe one day, if I can talk Wanderlust into it, we can have a contest like that and she could teach there. So how do you promote it? You start local. Paul Smith, I don't know if you guys know him, but he's the general manager of the Chattanooga market, and locally with me, our kids went to preschool together. He's also super nice. So I started scheming with him on how can we get the word out in this kind of guerrilla marketing campaign I'm going to do for Yoga Stage. He gave us permission to pull something off. And of course you need partners to do anything like that. Always my partner in crime, Maggie White. She will do anything crazy with yoga. Anything. No boundaries. Teresa Rodriguez, a big idea lady. My sister. Sue Reynolds brought yoga to Chattanooga. You always have to give her props. And Sarah and Jessica, very good friends of mine, local teachers. And thus was the yoga flash mob last weekend at the Chattanooga market. If you missed it, don't worry, it's going to be all over there in that Zoom. But this is my final slide. So this was the culmination of how we were going to promote it. But at the end of the day, why do you do anything? And for me, it's these people. This is my nephew, Bo. He's super sweet. And my daughter and my husband. Thank you.